JPMorgan Chase CEO has a message for Europe, and it isn't sugar-coated. Speaking at Ireland's Department of Foreign Affairs, Jamie Dimon said, "You're losing." He was talking about Europe's competitiveness. He said Europe's economy used to be 90% the size of America's. Now, it is just 65%. That drop happened over 10 to 15 years. And Dimon says that's not good. He explained why. US companies are growing fast. They're big, global, and have huge scale. Europe has that too, but less and less now. European leaders already know this. They've been trying to fix it. They want to reduce trade barriers inside the EU, complete the capital and banking union, and simplify regulation, taxes, and legal systems to attract more investment. They also want to boost growth and innovation. But there's another issue: sovereignty. Europe relies on others for key things: energy, critical minerals, digital services, even satellites. Geopolitical tensions and weaker ties with the US and China have exposed these gaps. So what does Dimon suggest? He says everything should be part of a true single market. That includes common banking systems, shared disclosure and transparency laws, and aligned climate rules. Now here's the twist. Investors were actually pretty optimistic about Europe in early 2025. Germany announced fiscal support. Europe increased defense spending. Interest rates dropped. And politics calmed down, especially compared to the chaos in the US. That led to a jump in public markets. Even private investors started looking at Europe again. But challenges remain. Europe still has to push through those big reforms. And most importantly, it needs to strengthen its ties with the US, its biggest trade and investment partner. But right now, that partnership is shaky. As of Friday morning, the EU-US tariff deal? Still unresolved. And then there's Trump's latest move. This week, President Trump announced new tariffs. 50% on Brazilian imports, 50% on copper, and possibly 200% on pharmaceuticals. Markets didn't panic. In fact, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq hit record highs Thursday. But Dimon says investors are getting too comfortable. He warned that markets have become desensitized to tariff news. And that could be dangerous. He also warned about inflation. It might come back stronger than expected. Right now, markets think there's only a 20% chance of a rate hike. Dimon disagrees. He says the real risk is closer to 40 to 50%. That could be a big problem, especially if the US economy slows. Just last month, Dimon said the US might face a downturn soon. He warned that the real economic numbers could deteriorate. So Europe's falling behind, the US may be overheating, and global markets are walking a tightrope. And Jamie Dimon isn't mincing his words. For more news and updates, watch Mint News.